afternoon, everyone. I'm Amanda. I'm a senior physician at YITCM. So I'm also a fellow TCC warrior. I'm going for my second FET, likely in August. So if you see me at KKH IVF Center, please feel free to drop by and say hi. Give me a chance to give you a hug and encourage you too. So Sophie, do you want to introduce a bit about yourself?
Okay, hi, my name is Sophie. I actually have, you will know me here under Braving in Fertility. So my mission is to basically help IVF warriors, support and empower and inspire IVF warriors on their journey towards motherhood with yoga and mindfulness tools. Yeah, so I'm also an IVF warrior. Sorry, my voice. Okay, so I'm also an IVF warrior. So I started my IVF journey in 2018. And I've done, just to make it short, because it is a pretty long story, but to make it short, I think I did 6 retrievals. Yeah, 6 retrievals and 8 embryo transfer, 8 frozen embryo transfer. Yeah, correct. And that's the short story of my journey. So I'm here just to support, because like I know how it's like to be in the trenches of this journey, and I'm basically sharing what has given me the space and given me the courage to move forward in my journey through yoga.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. So we can find you on your IG, Braving in Fertility.
Yes.
Okay. So so how do I get to know Sophie? So I actually follow her on IG. I'm like her fangirl for quite a while. So I had a miscarriage in April. So I think this miscarriage, right, taught me to really slow down, to be more aware of my own body, my condition, and it gives me, it reminds me that I have to take care of my health. And that's when I start attending Sophie's yoga classes, and I actually find it very helpful for my recovery. So I decided to invite Sophie to share more about what she's doing and what are her goals and her mission. So Sophie, what is fertility yoga and how is it different from regular yoga?
Okay, so people ask me a lot of this question. I think you asked me when I first met you. So fertility yoga is like every other yoga, but it's just the intention, the language, and the way of being and the way you practice is different. Technically, you just practice according, like if you're trying to conceive naturally, you practice according to your menstrual cycle or according to your menstrual symptoms. If you have like endo, you have PCOS, is it called PCOS, right? So that there is sequences or there's poses for that. Or if you're going through IVF, so you're going to practice according to the different phases of your IVF cycle. So how, again, there are many different styles of yoga, and fertility yoga is just one of them. The best way for me to describe it is that when I practice, so I practice with the intention to nourish my heart and my womb space, and I think about creating a safe space for my stress response. So the stress response is another way to say your flight and fight mode. Your nervous system. You have your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So the fight and the flight mode is your part of stress response. So like for me, I want to create, or I have the intention to create a safe space for your stress response to basically rest from all the doing, all the thinking, all the planning. So that's how the practice is basically done for my fertility yoga classes.
Okay, interesting. But is it safe to do yoga during IVF, especially during the 2 weeks wait?
Yeah, it is safe, but I said the intention is for the 2 weeks wait is basically to do nothing. I think that's the first thing people do, because you're like, you do so much. When you come to a 2 weeks, it's like, okay. I mean, like I had the same experience. Like, yeah, I've done a lot. Then like, what I'm supposed to do now? Nothing. But really, that's the safest And for yoga, for fertility yoga, one of the safest practice is gentle restorative practice. So whereby your poses will be supported by props, by pillows, by bolsters, by I do most of, when I was on my 2 weeks wait, I do most of my yoga on the bed. So yeah, and the other thing is that yoga is more than just the physical practices. So you need to think, you can do meditation, visualization, affirmation meditation, fertility meditation, journaling. So all this is basically part of the of yoga. Not only fertility yoga, but it's all like yoga consists of all this the different tools that can help you get into your, like in this case, in this case, to get into your calming response, or to get you into rest.
Okay, so it's to calm your mind down.
Yeah.
To calm your
Yep, and that's why, like, if you came from my yoga for self-care class, I mean, that's why I put it as a, instead of saying yin class or restorative yoga class, it's a yoga for self-care, because what the ladies learn in my class is they learn tools to calm themselves down, to basically be less anxious. It helps with anxiety as well, all the tools of yoga.
Yeah, so a very big takeaway when I attended your class was breathing. So you start the class with breathing exercises, right? And I realized that I breathe very shallow and very fast, and I get anxious very easily.
Yep.
So every time I feel anxious, I will think of what you have taught me, like how to breathe, and it really helps me with my anxiety.
Yeah. That's what's a lot of feedback from my students as well. Like one of my students said, like, I didn't realize I didn't breathe properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no right or wrong in the way we breathe. It's just that we are not aware. And then I think once we get into the awareness, because when you breathe really fast, you basically get into your stress response. Right? Yes. And then when you practice, I would say when you breathe properly, when you practice breathing, right, and that's where you get into your rest or your relaxation response, when you become aware of your breath.
Yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can move on. So do you want to share some yoga moves or poses that women can do during their 2 weeks wait? Maybe can demonstrate.
I'll show this a short one. I mean, like I mentioned, like during a 2 weeks wait, there's a tendency for us to want to do a lot of things.
Yes.
I can give you a list of things for you to do, but the thing is, I'd rather you find a way to basically not do a lot. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to do 2 things. So one is a yoga pose that you can do in bed, and the other one I'm going to just lead you through a very short breathing visualization practice. Okay, so you're going to pretend, so my mat is there, I'm going to pretend that this is your head. Okay?
Okay. I have my...
I'm just going to show you the shape. I'm going to show you the shape so you know what it's going to be like. And yeah, so I have my pillow here. Okay, so I suggest, because, like, you know, on the bed you have a lot of pillows, right? So I'm just going to use my cushion. So just going to lie down. It's going to be very long. And then you're just going to have the soles of your feet together. And then you're going to place the, like, if you need it, I usually don't need it because usually it's not very long time, but if you need to support your knees and your hips, you just stick 2 more pillows underneath your thighs. And that's it.
Okay, let me have a look.
That's it.
Let's put the soles of the feet together, right?
Soles of the feet together. Yeah, and that's it. And then, like, I do this when, after a long day at work, I like to do this before I sleep. And just have my hands on my belly, and, like, having the knowledge, having the awareness that you are pregnant. Yeah. So you have your baby in your womb, right? And then just think about. I always like to say, like, I like to speak to my baby. So I say, I love you. You know, I'm keeping you safe. You are safe. So you can all sorts. Like this is what I do every night. And like especially like in the morning when I wake up, when I have like, you know, sometimes I do get panic attack. I just do this, and I just breathe. I just breathe into my womb space. Yeah, and that's it. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just showing you the shape. So this is like more of like a you do it. Empower yourself to do it whenever you need it. Okay, so you can stay there. You can stay there, Amanda. You can stay there, Amanda. So I can lead you through the. You can stay there, Amanda.
Okay.
Yeah, I will lead you through. I will lead you through the meditation.
Okay.
Okay. So so with this meditation, you can do it lying down, or you can do it sitting up. Yeah, you just take a couple of breath here. In and out of the nose. Just gentle breath. So try not to force it. So you breathe as you are, you know, noticing whether, you know, your breath is shallow, whether it's short or long or deep. Doesn't really matter at this point in time. You just have to notice the breath without needing to change it. Okay, now you're gonna place your left palm on your heart and right palm, let it stay on your belly. Then as you breathe, let the inhalation and exhalation come from beneath your palms.